Hello everyone and welcome back. In the previous video we have explained how to make authentication system using the Firebase authentication or Firebase auth package. In this video I'm gonna start with using a cloud Firestore or called Firestor Database. Firestor Database is like a normal database like MySQL database, for example. The difference between this type of database and like for example MySQL is the Firestore Database is not SQL, something like MongoDB. So now let's start practically. First thing, I have already created a new project, a new Flutter project. I have connected with the Firebase. Like in the first video, you can go back to the first video and you can follow the first video to make the connection. Now I need to add or just install some packages. The first one, Firestore or Firebase Core. So here also we need, like in the Firebase authentication we have used the Firebase auth. Now we need a cloud Firestore. Need another package called cloud Firestore to work with the cloud, to work with the Firestore. So again, Firestore. Only we need those two packages and we're gonna start pub get. Now in the main we don't have anything. You can see just this one created automatically when you connect with Firestore and Firebase. Now we need in the main we will create the void Flutter. So first thing we're gonna say here widget binding dot ensure initialize. After that we need to await and initialize Firebase. So we need to use Firebase here imported, and then dot initialize app. In the initialize app we have option, and in the option we have default dot current platform. Now this to initialize the Flutter widgets and the Firestore. After that, like every time, we need just to app something like that, simple like this. We don't need authentication system or anything. Now finish here. Now I will create the state full widget. So here I will name it to do app like this, just stateful, and you can create the stateful widget. Now here what we need, first thing we need to create the application, add the text form so user can insert what he want to do. After that we need a list to display everything. So here I will start with container. In the container I have margin. After that we have the child in the, so here form, so you can add validation if you want or anything you want. In the form of course we have key, and the key we will define the key here by here var, or you can say final. You don't need to edit that, so I can say final form key equal global key, and the type is form state to store the form state here. That's it. And in the key I will just use the form key. This is the first thing. And then in the form we have a child. In the child we need to do add a column because we have text form, we have button and so on, so we need to add a column. In the column I will add it in the center, and children, the first thing we have text form field. In the text form field, of course we need first thing the controller to control the form here field. So I can also like in the form key I can define that here, define the name it text, for example, equal text. So now I have the controller here and just initialized here, and just say here I name it text, so just say text. Also I can add validator. In the validator to return the value, and the value I can check the value as you want. So for example, if the value dot like is empty, we need to return a message, so I can say here return something like that. Here we need to just say it's like null70. So now is if it is empty, or we can just make it like this. I can say if the value equal nothing, and it will work in the same way. And you can say more, you can add also more validation. Now finish the text, the validation. After the text here, I will add just a sized box, and I will add the elevated button after that, so we have a space now. There's nothing important, only something about design. So now we add this here. Now what I need to do is when I write anything here and press add, I need to display it here and also store it in the Firestore. So now finish the UI. Now we need to work with the Firestore. So first thing, go to the here. I've already connect my application with this one called the UTL test. So my application has already connected with this. Now we have already explained the authentication. Now we need to go to the Firestor database. You can find it here, or you can just go to the build and you can find here Firestor database. Click on it. Then we need to create a new database here. So create database, and here we can choose what you want here, protection mode or test mode. So for example, initially you can do anything, by the way, protection mode for example, because we can change that. Next, and enable, and that's it. After that you can change it. Now we'll just create the database, and you can change the rules as you like. For example, only authenticated user can edit the data and insert the data, for example. But now we don't have authentication system. So now what we need to do is go here. Now we have this collection, we have document and everything. And you can go to the rules every time and you can change it. Here, say read write if false. So nobody can read or write. You can change that and just say true. So now everybody can read and write without authentication. True, and then publish, finish. Now anyone can read and write in your database. Now go to the data here, and we will create collection. Collection is like a table. Each table has document, each document has a data. We will create data programmatically in the program using the data programming language in the Flutter. So now what we need to do, first thing we need to create the object. Here I will create object, so I can say here, for example, final db. I will name it db database equal Firestore, or here Firebase Firestore, like this, dot instance. That's this is the object. Now I have created the object. Also you can add for the loading if you want, but now we don't need anything, just I create the object. Now you can see it's very simple. Now we already have the text, and the text we have controller txt here. Now in the button, when I click on the button add here, this button which is here add, I need to do something when I click here. So what I need to do, I need to insert data in the database Firestore. So I can say here if the form key, we have form key dot current state dot validate. So if there is no problem, validation is correct for the form. Here nullsivity. What I need to do, I need to insert the data in the database. So I can say here, by the way, we need to make it here sync because it will take a time. Synchronous programming. I will say here await db. We already have created the db, you remember that. Here we have created the object from the Firestore here called db. So now I will say just db the collection. I will create a new collection which is table, like a table. So I will name it anything like to do. This will create a new collection here automatically. Now this collection, inside this collection, add what? So I need to add the data. So whatever, anything you want, you can add it here. Just open like a JSON like this, and you can add anything you want. So for example, you have name, and you can add any name here, and you can just add here like price, and then here add any price, and so on, anything you want. But now in our application, what we have only the text here, which is we can name it anything. Here we have only text field, name it text. So whatever user add here, we can name it content or anything you want. So here I will add content or anything, and the content will be what? Will be anything inside text.text. I mean whatever user add here in the text form, it will be inserted in the Firestore. And I can say here, for example, set state here, and I can make the data empty here. So after finish, click here, I need the data will be empty from here. So I can say here set state and then text dot clear, so nothing will be inside the text. Now rerun again and I will test that. Now I will write something here, for example, this is my first to do, and add, as you can see, deleted from here. Now I need to check in the Firebase. If I just go here, make a refresh, then just go here again, as you can see, we have collection called to do. In the to do, we have this document, this one I created the first time, and this one, this my first to do. And you can see here content. Automatically will add the document or add the ID. So in this way, we can work with it. Now I need to display everything and also delete. So here we need to do something. So now I need to use stream builder because Firestore will return a stream. So I need to use the stream, get the stream from Firestore, and depend on the stream, I need to build the widget. So now here, maybe I will add it inside, of course, inside the form and inside the column. After here, inside the column, this the column. After that, I can just say sized box and height, for example, 30. Just add some space, and then I can use expanded so I don't have a problem in the design. And then I will use stream builder. In the stream builder, we have two things, two parameters. The first one stream and the second one builder. So here in the stream, I will use it from the DB. From the DB, the object that I have created, and then in db.collection. The collection name is to do, we have already created, and then dot snapshot. Snapshot will give me everything inside this collection, all those documents, 3, 4, how many, any number. So now I need this will return back a stream. So now I use stream builder and this is stream. Then depend on the stream, I need to build something. So we have builder, and in the builder always you have context in any builder, and also we have the data return back. So I can name it snapshot. And now you can say if, like, for example, if has error, you can do something. For example, here you can say if snapshot dot has error or has data, but now I don't care about that. I would just say if has data. I can say if there is no data, also you can do another thing, but same way. Now I say if has data, I need to return back, return what? Return list view, because we have many content, so we need to use the list view dot builder. And you know that in the list view, what we have, list view, we have first thing item count. So also from snapshot dot data dot size here, but we need just to add this for the empty, for the null activity. So now how many document we have in the data? This return snapshot from here, and I can check how many we have. Also we have builder, item builder, also like any builder, context, and we have index, the index of the item. And now we can build anything. For example, I can return just a text because we have only one thing, so I can just return a text here, or I'll return list tile. In the list tile, I have title. The title, I will add text. In the text, I will get the data snapshot, the data, and index, the first one, dot, for example, here, not dot, sorry, I can say content. So here dot data dot, sorry, docs, the document. So which document I need here? We have 3 documents. So the index, the first one, second one, third one, and then so I can add the index. After that, content, get the content. So here we have only content, so just get the content and add it inside the title. Also I can add like here leading. In the leading I will add just icon button to make a remove or delete icon button. In the icon button what we have on press delete, for example, will be something like that. Now if I try to run, I need to check, there's some problems, sorry, where is the problem? Yeah, here, semicolon as well. Also here we have problem. Sorry, here we just say snapshot, and if there is a data, return something, but maybe there is no data, so at the end will return null. So at the end we need to return something. In the builder I can say here return like circular avatar, circular progress indicator, or anything, then add it here. So now it will be in the center. So that's it, it's working. Now if I add another thing, for example, new to do, you can see add and automatically add a new to do here. Now if I want to delete it, the to do, just click here. So this one is icon button here. I can just say here like this. We have also db dot collection in the collection. After that, in the to do we have collection to do the document, and then I need the ID of the document. Which document? Because specific document here. Which one? This one, this one, this one. So this I will add it, get it from also snapshot dot data dot docs dot which docs, index of the doc, and then ID. So now I said from to do, give me the collection from snapshot, which is written from here, everything, dot data dot docs index, and I mean which one, which index here, and then give me the ID. So here this is the ID, for example this one or this one, any one of them. After that I can just say simply just dot delete. That's it. But of course we need to say await. It will take a time, so just say await. And now if I run, but here just something I need to make set state, because nothing will change to rebuild the widget or make like a refresh. So here I can delete this, I don't need this one here, and I can say set state. Now it will delete it and just make a refresh in the UI. So now we return again. For example, I will delete this one. Now if you go here, you can see we have 1 2 3 4, right? And this one here, second one is FD something like that. So now I need to delete it. Click here, you can see here deleted, and also deleted from here. You can see in the real time everything will delete. Now delete this one, automatically deleted from here. So now you can add and you can delete anything you want in the, and also same thing for the update. You can use just set to update someone. It will be also very simple, but this is the important here. Hope you understand that, and thank you very much.